Some bad news in the freedom and technology sector. Pirate Bay founder Gottfried Svartholm, the co-founder of the Pirate Bay, was arrested in Cambodia. He was wanted by Sweden for copyright infringement and failing to report for a year-long sentence that he was scheduled to take. Now, Ward was in Phnom Penh in Cambodia. He was in an apartment above the Cadillac Bar and Grill. Now, it's a popular expatriate hangout. This was all reported by torrentfreak.com. Now, the Sweden government issued an international arrest warrant for him. However, Cambodia has arrested him knowing that they have no extradition treaty with Sweden. His arrest was made at the request of the Swedish government for a crime related to information technology. We don't have an extradition treaty with Sweden, but we'll look into our laws and see how we can handle this case. Now, this whole legal situation with Warg was summed up by RT. Warg was one of the 4 co-founders of BitTorrent website The Pirate Bay, which was temporarily taken offline by Swedish authorities after a court ruled in 2009 that all 4 individuals were guilty of encouraging copyright violations and sentenced them to 1 year in Swedish prison and millions of dollars in fines. In 2010, appeal against the verdict, the 4 maintained that no pirated material actually distributed through their website. 3 of the co-founders had their jail time reduced to sentencing ranging from 4 to 10 months, but their fines increased as a result of the appeal. Warg also said that the reason why he never turned himself over to authorities to take the jail time was because of concerns he had over his health. Now, a really important question here was, why was he arrested knowing that there was no extradition treaty? Should not have the Cambodian authorities actually check to see if there was even a legal precedent for some kind of thing? Well, they didn't. Did he actually break a Cambodian law in Cambodia? Probably not, given that this is what he's being arrested for, and this has nothing to do with Cambodia itself. I mean, this completely reeks of a political agenda. The Cambodian government literally has no real reason to actually be going after him. This is a complete political action for the benefit of Sweden. Now, this guy gets arrested for, may or may not have actually been involved in pirating copyrighted material. Yet Cambodia has such a reputation for child brothels, and these people can pretty much act completely open in the public without much fear of retribution by the government. So child brothels, we don't have the time or money for something like that, but we can nail this guy that we don't even actually have anything on, and we have nothing to do with the criminal charges he may or may not be facing, and this completely reeks of a political agenda. Now, I have heard rumors that there are Cambodian political prisoners or Cambodian political dissidents hiding in Sweden, and this could be some kind of an exchange for those people. Like, okay, we've got your guy, now you hand over some people we want, and we'll give you this guy. I don't see any direct evidence of anything like that, but this could be what they're doing, given the fact that Cambodia doesn't even really have a real reason for actually going after Warg. So it's just possibly a reason why it's happening. Although I have noticed, in the last little while, it's kind of hard not to notice that Sweden is turning into a nice real tool of the United States. Originally, they went after these guys for copyright violation, and now Sweden is pushing really hard to get this guy extradited to face crimes for copyright. Claims that were filed by various music companies, movie companies, and other media-type corporations. And Julian Assange now has to be extradited at what is essentially, in my opinion, the request of the U.S. government to stand trial eventually for leaking information that the public really needed to know. For a country that's always been known for its neutrality, it's really interesting to see how that suddenly changed all of a sudden and are starting to seem like a tool of U.S. imperialism.